Good morning. Well, that's what you want to call it. Doesn't look like such a good morning here in Cluj. Cluj, Romania, that is, folks. Cluj, Romania. I watched the news last night, watched the weather, and it was supposed to be sunny, beautiful, no clouds, no rain. And I woke up at 8 a.m. this morning, just 20 minutes ago, and this is what's outside. Now this is not good, folks, for two reasons. First reason, I have to go out and do some things, take care of some errands, which I could drive, but it's not worth it for me. And what I'm about to say, I hope nobody gets offended, but my opinion is Romanians have the tendency to drive more reckless in the rain and bad weather than when the roads are dry. Number two, I was supposed to barbecue some beautiful cuts of fresh pork meat on the barbecue grill, some mici, some pork chops. Cook out on the barbecue grill. That was the plan for today. Doesn't look like it's happening. So I may as well go back to bed. No point in staying awake. Okay, the rain has stopped long enough for this meat to be cooked on the grill outside. Got my fried cabbage, which I love fried cabbage. I try to eat it with everything that I eat, if it's possible. But here we have Carne De Porc Fripta. Carne De Porc Fripta, also known as a pork chop. And got the mici here. The mici. One of those micis were left on the grill a little too long, but that's okay because I will still eat it. And other cuts of pork. This is more like the rib meat around the rib. But this is also Carne De Porc Fripta. Okay, I want to answer some questions here because some people will say, Bobby, why do you keep making food videos? There's some mustard. That will go with the mici, but I think I'm also going to put that on some of the other pieces of meat as well. Why do you keep making these food videos? Food is food. I agree, 100%. Food is food. But to answer the question, should there be a question, why do I keep making these food videos? There are some people who have never traveled outside of the countries that they live in. They've only traveled to the different states that they live in or different cities that they live in, whatever country they may live in. And they always ask me, what is food like in Romania? What is food like in Greece? What is food like in Russia? This, folks, this is food in Romania. Look at that beautiful flaky pork. Flaky pork. Just falls apart. Tender. This pork here in Romania is no different than pork in the United States. It's no different than pork in Southeast Asia, whether it's the Philippines or Thailand. It's pork. Yes, there are different seasonings and different spices that everybody uses, but it's still meat. This here, folks, this is mici. This is what mici looks like inside. This is ground pork, ground veal, and ground lamb, mixed with different spices and cooked on the barbecue grill. As some of you know, I did attempt to make mici, I think 2 years ago. I made a video of it 2 years ago while I was in the States, and ironic as it is, it was raining, so I pan fried them. It turned out okay. It wasn't great, but when it comes to mici, it needs to be cooked on the grill outside. But anyway, it's a little difficult eating, cutting, and making a video, so I'm going to get started on this. Okay, I'm getting there, and to be quite honest, I'm getting full, but I have to make sure that I eat all of this. You may think to yourself, that's a lot of meat there. That was a lot of meat on that plate, a lot of meat for one person. But I haven't eaten in 2 days, and I won't eat for another 2 days after I eat this food. So I have to finish this, and I am getting full, to be honest. I am getting full, but I must complete the mission. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. For two reasons. Two reasons I'm going to make sure that I finish everything. One, because I need to make sure that I have enough food in my body for 2 days. And two, it's delicious. Delicious. Mission complete, folks. Mission complete. So there we have it. We had some Carne De Porc Fripta, some fried cabbage, some mici. This is food in Romania. This is amazing Romanian food. And yes, Romanians do things a little bit different with spices, with seasoning, with the way they prepare things. But in the end, it's pork, it's beef, it's vegetable. There's no weird foods here. There's no weird foods there's no food here that I haven't eaten in other countries. Put it that way. So if you are afraid to travel because you're afraid that there's not going to be food for you to eat, come to Romania and eat. You won't be sorry, I promise. You won't be sorry. Delicious food here. Delicious. There you have it, folks. I want to thank you for checking out my video, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Like, comment, and share with your friends. Definitely leave a comment, whether it's a good comment or a bad comment. Preferably a good comment, but even if it's a bad comment, that's okay. Maybe that will help me make some changes to the videos that I'm making to the channel that I'm slowly getting back into working on. But leave a comment. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for joining me. Everybody have a great day and take care of yourself. Stay safe.